lot was so overgrown that the weeds went all the way to the curb. So when you got to that point, you had to walk out into the street to go down, keep going down the street. So 10 years ago, I bought that lot and I turned it into a garden. But a couple years ago, I was here, and that garden is doing well. I was here making a delivery, and I got lost in here. And it was before there was a lot of street signs, so I know north, south, east, and west, but if you don't know the name of the street, you can't exactly figure out where you are. So I was wandering around here for a really long time, and I finally found a live body as a postman, and I said, oh my God, it's so awful out here. He said, oh, it looks a lot better. I mean, this looks a lot better. And I thought there has to be some way to kind of help get this back to a better quality of life for people who live here. So I came up with the idea of doing a garden, doing a website for that garden, and showing people how to go from there to here. And we did the garden. We did it on a habitat piece of property that was owned by Habitat in Gertown, because that's what was available. And then I just couldn't get people from down here to come to Gertown to look at it.
Sure.
I'm like, really? You want me to go all that way to just look at a garden? Okay, all right. So at the end of last year, we donated that garden to someone who lived on the block, who's gardening there now. He has a 9-to-5. The whole idea is to help people who have a 9-to-5 understand that you don't have to spend those 2 hours you have weeding and maintaining it. There's a way to do it so that you're only gardening. You're only planting and watering and harvesting during that 2 hours before dinner. So that's what this was all about, and I thought long and hard on it, because that was the time I had a 9-to-5. So I had a real sense of what little time you have and what you have to do in that little bit of time. And the great thing about this project, as opposed to the other one, is that in November, there will be a measure on the ballot for voters to approve or hopefully approve that will allow the sale of these vacant lots in here that are city-owned for $100.
Wow.
Okay, now if you buy this lot for $100, that's just the first expense. You've got the expense of getting it to the point that you're using it for gardening. And what I've tried to do is break that down in a way that works for a person who has a 9-to-5. First thing you do is you collect all the cardboard, collect enough cardboard, free cardboard, from your Walmart, your Family Dollar, and all those places, and stack it up until you're ready to go. And so you haven't spent any more money, just gas going back and forth. And then once you're ready to go, you go out and buy your 6-mil plastic. You put the cardboard down, and then put the 6-mil plastic over it. Because if you don't put the cardboard down, when you're walking on that 6-mil plastic, the materials underneath will poke through. And now those weeds are down there waiting for a little bit of light so they can shoot up through there. And so this, when you get the cardboard down and the plastic down, that buys you some time to acquire the other materials that you need. And these wood chips are from Entergy, my power company. And if you can get to the right person, and that's a trick, getting to the right person, then they're cutting trees all the time. They have to have somewhere to put this. They can put it on your lot,
For the right price.
No?
Yeah, for free.
They need to get rid of it.
Yeah, because they got to get rid of it.
Yeah.
If they're cutting in your neighborhood, why shouldn't they do it on a lot near you? I mean, instead of driving it back to where they dumped them. Okay, but again, you got to get to the right person. That's where the website comes in. I want to put as much information on that website as I can about the material that you need, what they're going to cost, and how you get them.
They have the sites, but they don't have
how you
volunteers.
assemble them after you get them. And for the soil, I use bag soil, which you're going to see later, Jake, because we're going to get some. And the reason that I use a bag soil is because most people will say, oh, go to a company that does soil and they'll dump your whole truckload. Okay, whole truckload with your 2 hours a day, how many days is it going to take you to build the beds? And you, first of all, you got to build the beds. That's going to cost you. That truckload of soil is going to cost you $500. So how do you get to manage all of that in those 2 hours that you got after work? And those hour and a half after you finished your chores on the weekend. So by using a bagged soil, it allows you to take the extra $15 that you had in the budget this week to buy those 10 bags of soil, and you put them there till you need them. Next week you've got $20 maybe. You know, you buy some more and you put there, and then you gradually get up to the amount that you want for the bed that you need. And I use a bag soil. That the one that I recommend is made in my husband's hometown in Brookhaven, Mississippi. I've been